sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And I got Mac Maul with me.
Yo, what's good? I'm in the building. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Put a couple things together over here. You caught me off guard.
Well, you know, we both got work to do, but I got my guy from hitting us up from the West Coast, but he's a hometown hero. My guy, the Author Cutty boy, man. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm in the building, Jersey. Heavy in the building. Came to show love to Philly. Of course, Sippin' with Sammie, one of my favorite podcasts. One of the only places I go to do press at. So I would love to be a guest on here.
I appreciate that, bro. One thing for sure, two things for certain. From the day I met you, you was moving and shaking. And at first, I didn't even realize how much you did. Like, I see you in one vein, and then I see you hosting the show, and I'm like, yo, he's a great show host. And then I see you doing a whole nother thing, and now you done put a book out out the blue on us. And as of right now, you number one on Amazon. You a bad motherfucker,
that's
boy.
Dope. That's cool.
Congratulations.
That's cold right there. That's cold. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even expect it, honestly. It's really just, it really came from like my support system. Let me show y'all the book, How to Become the Perfect Artist. Officially out right now on Amazon. You can go to theofficialcutty.com and pick up your copy. It is only $10. I made this book because, you know, Sammie, just from all of the artists that we come across on the daily, I feel like they just need the steps and the tools to really become successful. So I think with everything I learned in Jersey, everything I learned from Philly, everything I learned in Las Vegas, I put it all together and put it all in one book so people can really understand the formula on how to become a mainstream artist or even the perfect artist.
Well, what made this the time to do it, though?
I think this made the time to do it because COVID is real. Everybody's still not outside. People are outside, but they're really not outside. I think it's the perfect time for people to read, to learn, to get some new education, especially from somebody who's been in the game. I've been in the game a long time, worked with a lot of different people, and I just put all my knowledge into it. I even read it today, and after I was done reading it, I was like, yo, if I didn't know music, I know music now, for sure.
Word. So
That's
what's
great.
some of the highlight, some of the things that people can expect to get from it, like specifically, not the whole thing, but like little
of course
overview.
So every chapter on it is, I listed every chapter to be a checklist. So that's the number one thing that everybody can take away. You can literally write down every chapter, put it on a piece of paper, and that'll be your new formula to you doing music. So just that alone is just powerful. Just you being able to have that tool for you to, before you even read the book, okay, let me put this down. Let me look at all of these chapters myself to see what I need to improve on. Because some people are still using YouTube beats. Some people are still going to bad studios. Some people aren't paying full attention to their cover art. Some people don't even do promotion. They don't know about Spotify playlists and things of that nature. These are all things that help you become the perfect artist. And that's something that you'll learn just reading this book.
And it's dope because when you talk about the way the chapter's set up, it sounds like you made it easy for somebody to create a vision board.
100%.
A vision board.
That's the main purpose behind it, really.
Word. Go ahead, Mom.
That sounds great. No, I was just thinking that sounds great for a young artist. Like if you get the book like what it sounds like, starting from the muscles, you got an excellent start.
And
you know
it's
what I mean?
$10. Like the price point is important too,
Yeah.
because up and coming
100%.
artists, for one, we ain't got it.
All right.
For two,
100%.
usually it's a book that's extremely thick and it costs $50, $60, $70, $100 to and it's not speaking our language.
100%.
You gotta get interpreters for this shit. You know what I mean? So I wanna salute the fact that it seemed like you took all of that into account when you decided that that's what you was gonna do.
For sure. The book pricing to me was, I'm not really in the book business to get rich. So it's like, I wanted to make it to where, of course, you know, these are all things that I've learned across the course of 5 years, so I can't put it out for free. But I'm not looking, when you look at the price, I don't want you to think he's just trying to get money off of this. These are real valuable tips that I put inside of this book. The book is 41 pages long. So again, it's not too long. It's not boring. It gets directly to the point on what you're looking for in every single chapter. So I put all of that into account because even me, I'm like, I gotta listen to audiobooks because I can't read no 200 page book. I'm just not gonna sit
But
down.
that's okay though.
Yeah,
That's all right though.
That's
Yeah,
right.
definitely all right.
You still getting the information.
Right.
Short
So
attention
I
spans
think that-
nowadays, man. I know I
Yeah,
got one, and I know the the millennials, the youth. You know what I mean? Somebody who trying to start in the game. Sure, they
definitely got a
they
short
definitely got a
attention
short
span.
attention span.
But I mean, Cliff Notes and those for Dummies books wasn't big, and they did a lot
Exactly.
for people.
Exactly. And I just think that people love simplicity. I think that's the thing with me behind my brand. My brand is very simple. We're directly to the point. We just want to help. So I think the simpler you can make things and the more creative and authentic you can make it, then people will just naturally draw to it, honestly.
I feel like you've always been authentic though. Like you always just did you, and you got in where you fit in because of that. Like what we was talking right before we got on air about you coming to Philly and repping Jersey the whole time and blowing Jersey up. But like the acceptance rate ain't ain't sweet. Like you gotta be somebody. You gotta be thorough Cutty. You can't be cool Cutty. You gotta be thorough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you came that way. And you approach people with love and good energy. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
Now, one thing I wanted to know is, did you have help with the book? Who'd you put it out through? Like, how long did it take you? Stuff like that.
All right, so I wrote the book, and you can ask my girl. I wrote this book in 3 days. It's been something that's been on my mind for about a year now. I want to leave a piece of me behind personally in somebody's house. And, people like you inspire me. I see you running around. People are buying your bandanas. They're buying your shot glasses. They're buying, those are tangible things that remind people of you. And I thought, well, what can I make that can be tangible that somebody can read it and say, yo, look, I know this person. I've done work with him. Like, this is an amazing item to have. And I'm prideful to have it inside of my house. So that's kind of what made me write it. It took me 3 days to write it. And I put it up on Amazon. It was free to put up. It's free to publish. The most expensive thing was I had to get the editing done on it. I had to get the book cover done on it. And then the promotion. I spent over damn near $500-$600 just on promotion. But again,
you got billboards and shit.
Yeah, everybody's lane is different. I feel like everybody's lane is different. Everybody's purpose is different. My purpose, again, was I love Philly. I needed to have a billboard on top of the Philly Stadium. I love Philadelphia so much.
That's crazy. That sounds so dope, man.
Boy, be working.
Yeah,
bro.
and it's like I couldn't let them think that I forgot about them, even though I'm on the West Coast. And even my own hometown in Jersey, I had to put 2 billboards out in New Jersey just to prove to my people, look, this is really for us. I'm doing this for us to really show a generational change. Like, we all can write books. It's not
Absolutely.
just me. I didn't do anything special.
Yeah. It sounds like you learned a lot in that process alone, though.
Well, hold on.
Sure, I did.
Just with the publishing and everything.
We're not going to downplay it. You did do something special
Yeah, about
because
to
what
say,
you
yeah.
did was you had an
100%.
idea and you executed it. And then you went about it with full force behind it. You spent the time to map out. Like, I've been looking into the billboards too for certain situations, but I'm still finalizing what I want that to look like. You did that in a book that only took you 3 days because you had the determination to do it, but your energy was behind it was to help people and to bring light back home. Like, that's a fucking lot, man. You did something, bro.
100%.
But you are right that we all can write books, but it takes something to make something, man. You got to give ass to get ass.
First, you gotta have the knowledge or something. You know what I mean? It took you 3
100%.
days. It sounded like because you were just spewing out that knowledge that you had locked in your head. You couldn't wait to share with the masses. That's what it sounded like to me. Because normally, if you fraud on a certain situation, unless it's like super in depth, it might take you a minute.
Your
First,
thing
you gotta
gonna jam.
because you gotta first you gotta gather that shit that you ain't know nothing
100%.
about. So I could dig that. That sound, I can't wait to pick it up and read it. I did do my research a little bit before I, before we hopped on the Zoom or whatever. And it sounds like your book applies to anything in life, like as far as any business aspect that you might, your endeavor that you might want to tackle. Is that true?
And it's crazy because I always present it as it was made by artists, but made universally for everyone. Because even though I'm talking about things like recording, I'm talking about things like being in studios, I'm also talking about promotion. I'm also talking about how you should handle yourself on social media. I'm also talking about how selling merchandise is important. My boy Sammie sells merchandise. So it's like,
yes, he do.
It can be important for everybody.
This is an old T right here. This
man. When he came downstairs with the toreup, I'm like, okay.
Like, and that's what I've been trying to explain to people. I've been merching for a while.
Got that, yeah.
Like, them shot glasses been around for a while, but it's just
exactly
we're brands, but we live our lifestyle in the way that people watch, and that can be translated in a way that we can all be a part of. Right?
100%.
And that's
and then it's like merch brings people closer to you, really, because I feel like you took your time to create that, and now I'm wearing it and I'm repping you. It makes you want to go harder for that person.
Like, the world is taking pride in wearing Crenshaw shirts right now because of who was attached to that Crenshaw shirt.
That's right. I actually went down. I got this personally from Nipsey's peoples who are out there, selling the merchandise. I was able to tap in with them, tell them everything I got going on. And that's why I chose to wear a Crenshaw shirt over my own shirt, just to show, like, look, I can come on even when I'm doing my own interviews and still support my people, because they took my stickers, they put them on their table, they took my business cards, put them on their table, they followed me on the gram and all of that. It was a lot of love. So it's like, I feel this feels almost like a uniform instead of just a regular shirt.
Dope.
I was about to say that's the new wave, but I don't like that term with something that might be permanent. I think people just tired of supporting big business. Everybody now, people just want to support each other. You know what I mean? That is what it is. So we gonna keep doing that. You know what I mean? That's
what I'm big on. I always say that, like, there was a time where I used to say, yo, I wish I had a whole closet full of people I knew shit.
And now
I do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I was intentional about making that a reality, and at the same time, my people started putting out nice product, and I made sure that I was on top of it. Like, I try to cop whole collections from my folks, just so that when it's gone, I can't say I missed it. You know what I mean? Because I take pride in that shit, and then you put people on when it's something that's exclusive to people that you know, even if they are a larger name. Other people was like, well, what is that? And you get to have those conversations. It's like hip hop that way. You get to put people on and shit. You know what I mean? I like to do that. Now, one thing, I ain't talked to you this long since you left, bro.
I know, man. I just been working. That's all.
And that's cool. But explain to the people how you went from what made you go from Jersey, Philly to Vegas living. Because that's a big jump, and everybody can't do that shit. Niggas can't move to Jersey from Philly.
It is. I think for me, it was all about putting my people on the West Coast. And it was like, who's going to be that plug to really get us over there? We're tearing up Philly. We used to be every single venue we could walk in, everybody knew us. So it's like, okay, let's do this in a different area. Let's bring this same type of energy to a different area. And I thought LA's too, everybody would expect me to go to LA. Everybody would be like, oh, okay, you're going to go to LA. You're going to follow everybody else. I decided to take the harder path and going to Vegas. Vegas is still an entertainment capital, but it's
Vegas
not
is
really
for hustlers,
talked about.
and LA is for dreamers.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Vegas, and I'm going to bring everything I did in Philly to Vegas. And I'm going to show people that you can do it anywhere. You just got to step out of your comfort zone and really do it. Because going to LA, I have a lot of connections in LA. So I would have been better off, but it wouldn't have been as challenging. It would have been like being in Philly. I could just go to this studio. I can go contact this person.
And you a few hours away.
Yeah. So it's like in Vegas, I know nobody. I have to build my own connects. I'm doing everything from the ground up.
Oh, so that was you just really went out there with that.
Bounced, bro.
Yo, that's wild, yo.
He told me he was leaving and left.
Yo, I love dudes like you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I kind of got, started early in life. So I wasn't able to just bounce like I always wanted to. So I always,
You talking about kids and shit.
Yeah.
Right, of course, I know.
You know what I mean? But
I know it's definitely hard having kids and trying to balance moving back and forth.
Yeah.
I think that was another thing that made me do it, because I'm like,
how long
I'm
is he
known here, I'm good here, I could always come back. But if we're gonna expand and we really gonna grow, we gotta be able to step out of our comfort zone and go. So no matter what happened, I was gonna go and see what happened, and it's been a good trip. So
that's what they call ballsy. I love that shit right there, boy.
When you first went, did your lady go with you?
Yes.
How was the transition for her?
It was actually better because she's a vegan chef, so it's a lot of vegan options out in Las Vegas. That was another thing that kind of swore me over to Vegas.
Okay.
Huh?
I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. So the West Coast is really big on being vegan. So it's a lot of options out here for her. It's a lot of business things for her. So she's been growing crazy. So if y'all on Instagram, go to Ooh La La Vegan. Go check them out. They just got named top 25 in Las Vegas. So we've definitely been making noise.
Well, give her congratulations from us, because that's dope. Y'all both went over there, hit the ground running. I love that shit, man.
Sure, yeah.
Our couple shit right there.
I love that shit. And it's like, you talking about you can't meet two nicer people, like, just to kick it with. So I didn't imagine that they would have problems, but I know that we have problems that we don't foresee. Like, y'all went out there during the time right before one of the worst years we ever seen. During the time where racial shit was going on and pandemic shit, and you far from everything that you trust except each other. So I big y'all up for making that work and coming out with a smile on your face and new accomplishments and shit on top of that. Like, that's right. Heavy. That's heavy.
That's all you need. Support. You know what I mean? That queen by your side. You know what I mean? They go a long way. It's for real.
It's definitely like a heavy connection between us both because it makes us realize, like, it's just us out here. Like, until we build up our fan base and build up our network, it's me and you. So let's make this work as best as possible. We're always bouncing ideas off of each other. She's a real big reason why I even wrote the book. So it's like she pushes me, I be pushing her. It's just great. I
never met her, but I can hear her now. Go ahead, do it. You might as well do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that's right.
How about that? Fuck it.
Because they know that we be in our head. Only way to get out our head is to do the shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I dealt with somebody that cared about me that wasn't adamant about me going to the studio.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. Like, when I'm in a bad mood, motherfuckers be like, yo, when the last time you went to the booth or something? Like, it's a real thing. I can't go hoop and dunk on niggas and scream for a couple hours no more. So I need that booth action, that interaction, that time to download and pick up new shit. You know what I mean? It's just that in-between space where it's just like nothing else matters till we out of here.
That's right. And it's like I want to push more being with a person that's going to bring that out of you. We focused on a hot girl summer and we want the baddest bitch in the room. I think I more or less want somebody who's going to support me when it's dream time, when it's game time, when it's time to put all the chips in. I don't want somebody who's going to be trying to hold their own chips. I need somebody who's going to be able to put in, like, okay.
Well, at that point, she's the baddest bitch in the room.
That's right there.
At that point, like, ain't no arguing, and ain't no real man going to argue that. You see what I'm saying? Now, you'll have women sometimes that want to be catty, and I don't want to get too crazy because we three men talking. But you'll have women that'll say, well, damn, that bitch don't look better than me. But at the same time, you might be the reason that he realized that looks wasn't everything, and he got him somebody that really worked with him.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And real motherfuckers know that shit. People that's being honest about things know that shit. We done had a ball in this life, man. But when you talk about something long term, when you talk about making a trek across the country with a motherfucker,
right? Yeah, it's different.
Cute ain't gonna cut it.
Definitely ain't gonna cut it. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna cut it.
Definitely takes some type of trust. I need to be able to trust you some type, because we on the West Coast and it's just me and you. So it ain't no like, oh, I'm done, I'm going, I'm leaving. Like, we're here now. So we gotta build.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's gangster though, man. I respect that, man. I love that. Make sure that you pass that on to her, man, because that's dope.
Sure,
I always want to salute those that support my guys, because this shit ain't sweet.
Yeah. I can't wait to read your book on that. Your move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your whole transition.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I got so much coming out. I just want to ease it in. I don't want everybody thinking, oh, now Cutty want to be a book author. I want to do everything. That's it.
I don't give a damn what anybody think.
What? And I know you said you don't do it for the money, but the most unknown millionaires are authors. Because you can write under a surname, under a pen name. These motherfuckers be having regular jobs and getting millions off of writing novels and smut books.
I'm a contractor. One of the best houses I ever, got the pleasure of working in was the house of an author. I'm like, you know what I mean? We end up getting cool because, you in and out of somebody's house. And I'm like, we find out what, you already know what I do for a living. What you got going on.
Right.
I'm an author. I'm like, well, damn. Like, this was, so
it's
he's absolutely right.
It's a thing, like, and it's nothing like, I had my man Hedrick McBride from McBride Stories started this company to make children's books 8 years ago. They just put out their 97th book. This is a dude that grew up being a regular dude, hooping dude, cool nigga. Like, whoever thought he would have been writing children's books? But with his partnerships, they've been able to put out 97 books, and he got books with My Son and Yandy and Meta World Peace and all of them. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing to be ashamed of. It's dope because one thing about literature and about books is it's made to be shared.
Yeah.
You put it on a coffee table so somebody else can see it. You finish reading it, you hand it to somebody else. Even if you want it back, you make sure somebody else get their hands on it. That's part of the book culture.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The exchanges, the groups, shit like that. That all comes with it. Matter of fact, that's what we need to do. We should have a virtual book club group for your book.
Yeah, I definitely need
let's
that.
Get all the media on the Zoom. Let's get all the media on the Zoom. You know everybody, and let's figure that out, man. Let's have some real fun. Give me a couple days because I'm putting my order in, so it should be here in 2 days, and then we can.
For sure. That's dope. And then since I'm here with Sammie, I want to give you an exclusive. I haven't told nobody yet, so I'm gonna announce it right now. We're doing a campaign on the book called "It's on Me." So the campaign is basically I'm putting the responsibility up on the adults to buy the book and to give the book to someone of the younger generation. I don't care who it is. I just want you to give the book to somebody who may not want to go buy the book. You know, someone who was 13, 14, 15, 16 in high school. You tell them, oh, you should buy this book if you want to do music stuff. And they're like, man, I'm probably not going to do that. So my challenge to you is if you know anybody like that who's like real talented with music and they're just younger and they don't fully understand the path, I want you to buy this book and I want you to give it to them. Now we can do it. You can, if you don't want to do it yourself because you know you want to keep anonymous, you can send it to me and I will gladly give it to kids out here in Vegas. Out here in Vegas, the education system is completely in the water. Like we are desperately needing better education pieces, basically. So I would gladly go give this to the kids out here in Vegas to help them, you know, give another kid another option in life. Like my brother went to jail at 16 because he murdered somebody. And I feel like if he had another opportunity in life to be doing something different with his time, he would have never orchestrated that action. He would have never even went after something like that. So I want to give the book mainly to me is to save a younger kid out there. It's not about the book sales. It's not about living in a good house. It's about somebody 10 years from now walking up to me and saying, yo, I read your book and I was literally on edge or almost either taking my life or doing something stupid. And I read your book and it completely changed my life.
Word. Well, I just DM'd you real quick. We gonna donate 5 books to the Vegas kids from the Sippin' with Sammie podcast.
Okay, know that.
We gonna do that, and I'm gonna order mine. But we gonna get some out there to them too, cause that's what we like to do around here.
For sure, cause I just feel like the reason why I said it's on me is because as an adult, it's on us to give back to the people that are coming up. It's on us to show them where they need to be at, to give them some type of direction. I literally have given this book to people and they said, yo, I wish I had this coming up. And that's what made me come up with the idea like, okay, you know what? Instead of you buying my book, you already in the music industry. You already, 20, 30, 40 years in. Let's make a challenge to give this book to somebody who wants to start in the music industry and may be young and feel like they have no answers. Let's give the book to them. Let's let them read it so we can start just sparking the mind of somebody who can change the world. Just like Tupac said, I might not be able to change the world, but I guarantee I will spark the mind of somebody who will.
Yeah, no, you absolutely will. And that's why I said it ain't nothing, man. Motherfuckers can perceive it how they want. You know what your goal is, you know what your intention is, and you know that you're not lying to people. It's not a swindle.
That's right.
It's not a swindle, so it's a good play regardless. Mm-hmm. Regardless
That's right.
of that. Now, any what lifestyle changes since you've been out there? Dietary changes?
Well, I mean, I'm vegan, so I mean, in Philly, I wasn't vegan, so that's like probably the biggest change that's happened to me dramatically. I've really been watching what I eat. I've been taking more vitamins. I'm using different oils. We're using natural soaps, and even down to the dish soap is getting a little bit more natural.
No, man, I'm hating, man. You cheating. I tried to be vegan. You got a vegan chef wife.
Yes,
I definitely got blessed with that.
You got the up, down, left, right stuff. You know the whatever. You got that, man. You got that, and I'm hating.
No, as soon as he started talking like, well, I'm vegan now, I'm like, of course.
Man.
Like, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, man.
But it takes two, though, because it takes you being fully invested in, and that's what she be telling me. She says, I'm vegan because that's the choice that I decided to make. But until you completely want to dive in and make better health choices, you ain't never gonna be fully committed because you ain't gonna see the benefits behind it. So it definitely takes two. Because in the beginning, you know, you should eat this. I'm like, nah, nigga, I need me a cheesesteak.
Yeah, right.
Like, but you know, you start looking at things in a brighter sense, and you start thinking like, you know, maybe I do need to change the things that I eat because, you know, the things they put in these foods ain't really good for us, especially the Black community. They trying to off us. So any way I can stay here longer and go ahead.
What's the difference you notice, like, since you became vegan, like
physically, mentally?
Yeah, like
I would say my thoughts are way more like I'm definitely able to like control my thoughts more. I could say that eating processed food, the way like you're kind of taking in the dead body of that animal, you're kind of taking in their emotions. That's 100% true. Like if you eat an angry horse, you're gonna be angry that day because their emotions go inside of your body.
That's why people believe in halal.
Exactly. Yeah. So it'd be like now, you know, certain situations don't get me so upset because I'm like, you know what? I'm just not that angry. Like, I'm just not that mad. Like, you know, you got that. I'm going to figure out a solution to my problem.
So eating meat is like starting off with a +20 on your anger before something even happened.
Exactly. So I think that can change your mood. I don't get the itis no more. I don't get that whole I eat and then I'll be falling asleep. I eat and I'll be up now. I'll be ready to go do things. Like, all right, let me go for a run or something. And then my skin got clear. Really, like my skin is absolutely. I was actually just watching an interview I did in Philly, and my skin, I had acne on my skin. My skin was breaking out. The side of my face was real bad. And I was thinking like, you know, around that time, I was eating Wendy's every day. I was grabbing a 4 for $4. I wasn't really thinking it was doing anything to my skin until I became vegan.
Yeah, I can't do the fast food. And that's the thing. I ain't went vegan or vegetarian, none of that, ever. But I have been cutting back and trying to be more responsible with my intake. You know, and I'm stubborn.
I'm just laughing at that.
I'm horrible.
Like they using.
No, I've never listened. One
like,
thing I always told myself was that I would never tell myself that I can't eat something ever again.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I might be foolish thinking, but it's just like one of those things. Like I would eat it in moderation. Right. I'll treat myself to it on Thanksgiving or something. Right. Like I don't know. But one thing about the body, once you stop ingesting certain things, whether you still eat meat or not, if you stop eating a certain kind, your body has an ill reaction to it after a while.
So, yeah, because I know I be looking at meat now and I really be like, damn, I really used to eat that shit. Like when you don't eat it is when you start looking about how nasty that shit really look. Like, yo,
my man fucked me up with eggs. My man fucked me up with eggs, yo. You know the nigga. He was talking about they chicken fetuses. And
aborted
like fetuses, yeah.
And aborted chicken fetuses.
And eggs was a staple for breakfast. But now I don't really get eggs as much. Like I used to get omelets all the time and all that shit. Like he really fucked me up with eggs.
Yeah, with that time.
Yeah, bro, eggs is a dub, bro. Eggs and milk, like just go get almond milk, bro. For real, like I
don't touch milk at all. I don't touch milk at all. Like not even almond milk. I just go without. Like I don't eat cereal. I don't drink milkshakes no more. Like none of that shit.
That's one thing that's not in my house is dairy products.
I had the chocolate. I do the cheese though.
I'm gonna have a long day.
Yeah,
I think I might be done with cheese. I had some pizza. Fuck me up. The other day, that was a long next day, man.
You old?
Hey, look, your food that you eat, to me, the food that you eat shouldn't fuck you up. You see how you just said it fucked you up, bro? The fact that you just said it fucked you up fucked me up. Like, hold up,
right?
So you ate something and it fucked you up,
right? That's why I said I'm done with it. Like I normally, and plus I don't really eat cheese. It doesn't stay in the house. We don't have dairy in the house, like I said. But I was craving a pizza. Fucked it up. It's funny because my wife took the cheese off of it. She took the cheese off, and I already told her, like, you always destroy pizza. Like, you might as well order tomato pie, but that's another story. Took the cheese off. I ain't take cheese off of shit. And I ate that shit. I remember the other night when I came.
I know what night you talk about.
Yeah, it was Pizza Hut at that. It wasn't even like no real fucking pizza. And
I'm saying, look, yo.
Yeah,
they got the dairy-free cheese. the dairy-free cheese is legit.
Yeah.
You don't gotta stop eating.
I know. That's why I normally eat.
Take
It's
the
in the
dairy
house.
out of it.
But now let's keep it G
I
though.
think that's why my body was like, nah.
Let's keep it G. You from Jersey, South Jersey.
Yeah.
You got way more and way better vegan options out there with a vegan in-house wife, chef.
Hi. This is Juice from Elevated Entertainment. Is this Font Production?
Hi, this is Kay with Font Production.
I am calling because I like to get some information on getting my business in order.
Okay, let's see what you have already. Do you have an LLC?
I do not.
Cool. Is your name already trademarked?
I think that is something I would like to get trademarked. I didn't even think about that.
Awesome.
I will be, and I do have a few artists that I work with, and I need to make sure that all of their business is taken care of and their music is covered legally.
Okay. Do you have those registered with a pro?
I do not.
What about your songs? Are they copyrighted?
One does, the others don't, but this is the reason why I'm calling, because it's time for me to get all of those things in order, and it seems like you do all of them.
I certainly do.
One-stop shop.
Absolutely. Let's get started.
I love it.
1,000, 1,000,000%. like, whoa, like, yo, it's almost like they got their own little cult out here. Like, yo, like, you gotta have some vegan options in the grocery stores, or we will flip this motherfucker. Like, I will 100% say that the West Coast is very, but they on it. You know, California, like, I just took a trip to LA. I stayed out there for 9 days. They're real. They pay attention to what they put inside of their body out there.
But they always, before veganism or gluten was a big thing, they was big on portions.
Yeah.
Their supermarket sold portions different than ours. So
Yeah.
you already know how they playing out there.
Now I think about it. Last time I was out in LA, I ate very clean. Except when
Yeah,
I went
that's
to
what I'm
Roscoe's.
saying,
I went to
yo.
Roscoe's
West
and
Coast-
fucked some shit up. Like, you know,
That's
that's
right.
what it is. But I ate very clean out there and good. But everything was delicious. You absolutely right. They had good options.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I ain't making no excuses. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The East Coast definitely got to pick up. Now, the West Coast is very advanced. I ain't even gonna lie. They got drone delivery out here, like out of this world. Like a drone will come to your front door, drop off your food, and then fly off. Like,
They know over
so-
here, somebody gonna snatch. Now they got a drone and whatever they ordered. You know what I mean?
Right,
So they
because
know,
they gonna
like,
snatch that drone.
Yeah, they snatching that drone.
As soon as
Now-
the drone come down, there's gonna
Thank
be
you.
somebody around the corner plotting on that drone. Like, yo, we gonna snatch that drone.
exactly.
It's
They-
like
they know where
running.
to do that shit at.
It's like robbing the Chinese delivery man. You just order the food for the drone.
Yeah, like you really just ordered it just to grab that
I'm
drone.
ordering
For
the egg roll, but guess what? I got a drone and an
Got a
egg
drone
roll.
to the egg roll.
Fuck
No,
that.
that's crazy. What's the best strain out there, man?
Yo, I actually just did a video on my YouTube channel. So the top 3 strains I had in California. The top strain I've had out here is the Black Cherry Runts. That's probably like
Yo,
one of, I had that, and then I had
We was just-
official.
Go ahead.
I
Oh,
had
my
the
bad.
official Granddaddy Perk. That was probably one of the most craziest weeds I've ever smoked in my whole entire life.
Got you.
And that was 2.
Yeah, but look, that's.
You said you had 3.
I mean, oh yeah, top 3. Oh, matter of fact, and then the Thunder Wookie. It's a strand out here called Thunder Wookie. Yo, I went to LA. I was out there for 9 days. I got the Thunder Wookie on the second day. That shit lasted me until I got back to Vegas. That's how stingy I was with it. I was like, yeah, bro, nah, bro. I was smoking. I'm like, nah, bro, y'all niggas
Like,
not,
this
it's
shit
not
too
smoking
good.
this shit. They're like, yo, I can't smoke with you. I'm like, no, you can smoke with me. You can't smoke this with me, though. This
gotta
is for
understand.
me.
That's some
This
love
is for
affair
you.
shit.
Listen,
He
if
said we had
if
a
I'm
love
being stingy,
affair.
you must understand. Damn, I just hate it real quick though of your options.
Yeah, he got mad
I
when
hate
you
it
said
again.
Black Cherry
You know what I
Runs.
mean? You
Oh
got
my God.
man.
Yo,
I,
the
I,
Black
I, I
Cherry
love it
Runs?
out there.
Bro,
Welcome to the
I
store,
smoked
bro.
half of the blunt, stopped and so mind you, I done picked this shit up from a party, came home, rolled up, smoked half of the blunt, put the blunt down, got back in my car, drove back to the party to go get some more of it. And this is a true story. I swear to God, this is a true ass
That
story.
nigga said,
Like,
"I need some more."
never had a reaction like that off of weed. I never smoked some weed.
That was a
stopped
no-brainer.
smoking it. What happened?
That was a no-brainer. Like, nope, I definitely
That
need
was a
more of this.
no-brainer.
All right.
That
Do
shit was crazy.
Do they got that in Vegas? Because I'm coming out in Vegas in a couple weeks. They got that.
Oh yeah. It's definitely out. Look, listen, when you come to Vegas, just call me. I'm gonna take you all of the spots. You're gonna see everything. You're gonna love it.
We gonna link up. That's what's up.
No, definitely take care of my boy. I might fuck around, fly out there with y'all.
Why not?
You should. It's gonna be lit.
I ain't been nowhere, man. I've been on ice since this COVID shit. Ever since they canceled South by Southwest.
Oh yeah.
I done been to Vegas since.
All right,
COVID.
So throwing the questions back on y'all because y'all know I'll be doing the interviews too. So I gotta ask the question. What do y'all think that's doing to the indie community? The fact that they canceled the South by Southwest and they limiting the H3Cs and they starting to be a little bit more limited with adding the indies onto the bigger festivals because of COVID.
Well, I just heard something recently that somebody just bought into South by Southwest, somebody big, which kind of changes the energy of South by Southwest. But I don't know. I'm assuming. It would change the energy because it was the one festival that was organic and was completely indie for the most part.
They bought into it because it was the perfect time to pounce.
They had to buy into it because South by Southwest was going to be extinct because they couldn't take the COVID hit last year.
Exactly.
So it was necessary. But I'm intrigued on how that's going to affect South by as we know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What we known it for, because what does that mean? We gotta see it in real time.
If the people who bought it are smart, they know let's things stay organic. Let's just act like ain't shit happening.
You can't really control A3C, South by South, certain things, because when it comes to the things that's big for smaller and indie artists, they're going to show up in that town during that time, no matter how many people you let in the venue.
Yeah.
So the hotels, the malls, the parks will all be networking spots for that weekend, no matter what. Now, that's when we're going to see who's the real animals, who really about their guerrilla marketing, who really try and network and meet people, or who just want to sit in the lecture and say that they watch T.I. talk.
Right.
That's when you're going to see the difference. You see what I'm saying? So I think no matter what happens, we come from hip-hop. I don't think this, we come from buildings burning down in the Bronx and motherfuckers looting record stores. Yeah. You ain't going to tell me that canceling a festival is going to change some shit. We don't come from festivals. We come from park jams.
Yeah, I'm about to say we make our own festival.
We come from we come from mashups. We come from, you know what I mean? What they do in Jamaica. We come from rhythms. We come from shit like that. Yeah. So it's man, no matter what boundaries they put on it, your business is going to be your business to handle, but we always going to be able to find a way to display our shit, and we going to show up for it. If you realize most of these rappers in these interviews are saying, yo, I ain't went nowhere this whole time, and then where do you see them at? Some hip-hop shit.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't did near family trip, nothing. Soon as a hip-hop event or somebody died, Nas having a listening party, the nigga right there. He ain't been out the house in 8 months.
He pulling up for that shit though.
We come out for our moments, man.
Been a lot of shit happening.
You know what I mean? And it's shaky, it's scary, but it's also one of those things that I think is fun to see, because it's like when everybody getting money in the summertime, but when it snow, you don't see nobody outside.
Yeah. Everybody
got comfortable. Niggas got comfortable. Oh, this is the way. This is how we gonna do things. No, sometimes you gotta do some figuring, and you have to make something sustainable that's yours.
Yeah.
You can't rely on everybody else shit. We had to shift this podcast dramatically. You see, I have a whole studio room now as opposed to traveling or the little room we was using before, because shit changed. But I was able to do that because we had equity and ownership, and we made all the decisions.
Everybody had to figure some new shit out.
You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, and this ain't on no shit. This is really the big up K from Font Productions. We did this shit first.
Yeah.
We had successful virtual concerts when fucking Versus was still trying to figure it out.
Damn, I was just about to bring that up next. That's crazy. It's like you just read my mind. I was gonna say, okay, so how do you feel about this? Do you feel like people should wait for the live shows to come back, or should they jump into trying to make virtual concerts a thing?
I think you do both. If it pays, it pays. This the thing. You don't get paid the same thing for a nightclub that you get paid for a venue, but niggas do both, right?
Exactly.
So if you on tour and you going city to city to city to city and you can't get the stadium, you don't skip that city necessarily. You go to the venue that's appropriate.
Matter of fact, now they gonna be double dipping niggas' pockets. They gonna get the
same
venue
shit.
people.
Yeah.
They gonna get the vaccinated.
They gonna do the parking lots.
Get the people going.
Niggas gonna do the parking lots. They gonna stream it live and charge pay-per-view.
Exactly.
It's all gonna be part of one show.
They about to make out like a motherfucker.
It's all gonna either be part of one show. I mean, we even live in an era let's not forget. hologram shows was already a thing, bro.
Yeah.
They canceled Chief Keef's hologram concert years ago. Years ago. So like just the virtual experience in the music was bound to happen. Now, having the concentrated eyes on it like you had before, no. But the thing is, they got used to the experience for free. Now when you charging $20, $30 for pay-per-view, they'll pay for it. Yeah. Some of them will pay the $60 and the $80 to go to the venue.
Yeah.
But also, what you do in Chicago airs in motherfucking France.
Yeah. And I think that is good. and I think this. So this is why I love COVID. I love COVID because
that sounds crazy. Just to let you know,
it sparked the idea of people having to think, okay, instead of just doing my event in Philly now, I can live stream my event, have people all over the world watch it, and I can still do my event.
And I can make it interactive. And you can make it interactive. Like, the most consistent thing in COVID was battle rap.
Yep.
Why? Because they adapted.
Put two people in the
room. The motherfuckers
yeah.
didn't waste no time. They said, yo, we're going to do the rooftop. We're going to do it over the phone. And then they found caffeine.
Yeah.
They never let the situation dictate anything. And motherfuckers had to make adjustments. I'm sure niggas wasn't getting paid what they was used to. But what you going to do for the next 6 to 8 months?
Yeah. You can't just do nothing. You gotta do something.
You gotta keep your name in the zeitgeist. We talking about the same people that make sure they hit every camera before and after the battle to make sure that their name is still in the battle world the way it's supposed to be, regardless of what they did on that stage that night.
Right.
Regardless, even if they battle that night.
Right.
Niggas show up to events to hop on 15 minutes of fame. To hop on Hip Hop Is Real. You see what I'm saying?
I know a couple people. You know, I'm connected in with my boy Toreup, so yeah. I'm always, I'm always watching every other battle rapper to see who who wants to battle. I'm watching all that shit,
and they talk about Lil Sis Caution more than anybody nowadays. So I'm always on that shit, and she's in most of Toreup shit. So it's like I really got caught up in that world during COVID because they've been producing. They've been on some soap opera shit. They've had battles on every 2 weeks. And then when it's not a URL battle, it's an RBE battle. It's a King of the Dot battle. It's every week it's been something to watch from that realm because they didn't chalk it because they didn't have crowds no more. And then you still got niggas.
They just adjusted. I think COVID showed the real people who are able to adjust because this was like a major hit for everybody. So the people who are able to adjust, you was able to see them like, okay, all right, I can see even if this shit would go to shit, you'll be able to make something out of it. You won't just fall.
And it's crazy because people have no idea. Well, my team do. I have a lot of ideas of things I could have pulled off last year when COVID was popping. And it would have been irresponsible because I would have been responsible the way I did it. But people would have took that as the green light to start doing shit.
Yeah.
Irresponsibly. You see what I'm saying? So I took the hit. I fell back. To this day, I've been chilling. I ain't had my cookout last summer. I don't know if I'm going to have it this summer. I had a way to do it the whole time. Right. That can't be, really fucked with. But it was like one of them things where it's like, as soon as I do that, I'm going to get invited to 8 cookouts.
But I think you should. I'm all about setting standard. Like nobody around me wrote a book. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna write a book. Now everybody in my DMs, yo, can you help me with my book? I'm like, you gotta set the standard. You gotta be the one.
I've already set the standard there. I've already set the cookout standard. I'm 20 years running. Ain't nobody fucking with me in that world. And that's part of the thing. But like my shit is like a family reunion, man. It get crazy. It get crazy. It gets smoky. But we are outdoors, and people are used to how to operate during the pandemic right now. So I could really do it. I'm thinking about it, man. But
you should do it. I think
last year wasn't the time.
Yeah, I think this year you should set the standard and do it. People gonna invite you out. Let them invite me out there. Put me everywhere. SippinWitSammie. Put my cups on every single table.
And I'm gonna tell you something that you could probably help me with in some ways because I know you got your network. I'm starting my concert series too.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So we gonna do it in a dope way. If you've seen the 100th episode, we're gonna have a vibe.
I watched that.
We're gonna have a vibe similar to that. We're gonna make it make sense for everybody, and we're gonna have a good time and tie it into you know, the Sippin with Sammie network, the page, and all of that type of shit, just so that people could get that look. Too.
I love that.
You know, so that's coming real soon. It's already, we done had a couple meetings about it. I'll drop a date soon. But anything that makes sense, make sure that you tag me, let me know, DM me, because I know that you know. That's your world. That's your world as much as it's my world. You know what I mean?
For sure. And I still got an artist on the East Coast. Actually, I signed an artist back in March. Taj Ann Marie. She's a trap ball artist. She does Caribbean music.
Wow.
Absolutely phenomenal. We just put out her Back in Blood freestyle. Actually, that's on weoncuttytv.com. So if you're not familiar with her, we're dropping our first single soon. So just stay tuned.
I'm about to DM you my DJ's email.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Where's she from?
I got you.
Where you say she was from?
She's from Jersey. She was born in NC, but she's in Jersey now.
All right, cool. No, that's dope. Now, when you say phenomenal, I get excited.
Yeah.
Don't just hit me with the phenomenal.
Cause I don't. Cutty TV don't produce nothing less. So anything coming out of Cutty TV gotta be phenomenal, great. Man.
Talk that shit.
Cutty ain't fuck with no bullshit. Tell him, Cutty, fuck out of here.
Come on, man. You know, we just doing hits out here. That's it.
We just doing hits out here.
That's it.
That's what I like. So what's up next for Cutty, man?
I got a lot on the way. I'm actually gonna be filming a short film series coming up for my follow-up book called They Told Me I Couldn't Do It. It's basically a story about my life. You know, I got family problems, I got friend problems, I got, when I signed my deal, it didn't go the way everybody thought it was gonna be. So these are all details I'm putting inside of my book. And I'm gonna be making a whole 10-episode short film before it comes out, so you can understand every chapter, my situation, what I went through, and then that's gonna be next. But Cutty TV, of course, we're putting out new content every single day. Every time we get a chance, we're putting out something new. So just watch out for Cutty TV, mostly.
Yeah, and go on Cutty TV and check out my episode.
Facts, because he has a 7-part. Sammie got a 7-part series on Cutty TV. He's one of the few who has a long series. So
we had a lot to cover.
Check it out.
We had good talk though, because you understand what I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like one of those things where it's like it's so much jewelry. You kind of got to give them most of it, if not all of it.
Yeah, you gotta give them because it's like, we don't know what's going to happen to us. So I'd rather give everything I know out so people know, when I was around Cutty, I learned something. I'm cool with that.
I believe in that, too.
Me, too, man.
I shout out Ace the Chemist all the time because I remember being in the studio with him on one of his slow nights, and he was like, yo, y'all niggas come over here. I'm going to show y'all how to make beats. Y'all going to learn how to make fucking beats.
Yeah.
He ain't ask us if we wanted to.
Like, nah.
He like, no, I'm gonna share my knowledge.
Learn this shit.
This is if you need sounds, I give you my password. Y'all can use my account. Like all of that shit. You know what I mean? And people don't do that.
And we're talking about a top producer right now. He don't have to do things like that. But it's like
heavy. When
you're there, you gotta give it back out. If you're not giving it back out, you're never gonna reach the top.
And it's crazy because shout out to the Olympians and shout out to Ace the Chemist and them, man. But like when you say top producer, like bro, I just laid 2 bangers with him a couple weeks ago. Spent a few hours. A couple days later, played him on the radio and motherfuckers was going crazy to him. It was like, you know what I mean? Instant. Like it wasn't even a thought. It was like, yeah, we playing these on Fly Day. No bullshit.
His beats is like, I don't know, like when Ace lock in, when he locked in the studio, it's like something take over him. And it's like, it's something that's so undeniable. Like when you hear an Ace the Chemist beat, it's like, I can't even believe I'm hearing this right now. It's like, and to be so close to him, like, wow, you're really making greatness like this. And I'm right next to you. Like, wow.
That's why that's where Tay-Rock go when he in town.
That's right.
You gotta go get that energy. Like on some real shit, I think the first song I recorded when I went in there for that session was the first beat he played. Like it was like, all right, come on, what you want to do to this?
I can't let this one pass.
Like that don't happen all the time, man. Niggas don't give it up like that, and a lot of times niggas lead with the bullshit. and try to build you up. He gonna come at you with a goddammer from the gate.
Yeah. To make it complicated for you, like, hold on, wait, do I even want you to play another beat, or do I just want to take that one? Like, I don't
because I know it's more in there. I know it's some more in them hills, man.
Yeah,
more gold
but
in them hills. God damn. But no, shout out to him and all the producers that fuck with me, because anybody that's paid any attention to me, whether you like what I said on it or not, I've never lacked for quality production. Ever. Yeah, right. I've always had dope producers in my corner. I've been pretty good at picking beats, but they made my job easy.
Yeah.
It was like, what vibe I'm on? They got it. Yeah. We going in.
Fire from the rip.
And we going in, but that's important.
And that's something that I want indie artists to understand. You want to work with producers like that. You want to work with a producer who brings out the best in you. Like, wow, I didn't even know I had that bar in me, but I heard this beat and I couldn't not say this on this beat. Like, I had to say
we had to go there.
The beat was so good.
Had to go there. No bullshit.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's crazy. It's a synergy, and I'm pretty easy to work with, but I know at the same time I've been blessed with motherfuckers that really get me, and they get my sound, and they, even if they have an idea that I don't have, once we put our heads together, we come out with some shit, and I'm not usually disappointed, man. I've been disappointed in me a couple times, not even because of what I laid, probably lack thereof.
Right.
Shit like that. Like, I got a couple joints I gotta get back to.
Like, damn, I could have said, you be killing yourself. Like, you be thinking in the moment, like, all right, this is the best thing ever. And then you leave 5 minutes later, you're like, damn, I should have said this instead of that. Damn.
It's like being in an argument on some real shit. It's like you try and get everything off in a certain allotted amount of time, and you want it to be effective, but when you've got time to sit with it, you had a way better argument.
Man, if I would have said this, I would have got her ass.
God damn it. That would have hit the ribs.
That's the best part about it. Yo, you can go back and fix that shit.
No, and that's the thing, but like I'm so used to getting shit right nowadays that I got so much stuff I gotta go back and do because I be forgetting to go back and do it. Like, and it's quality shit. It's shit that I know is gonna matter.
All right.
But I gotta put myself in a headspace to be back where I was at that night. Cause I don't want it to sound forced. Like, I don't force music. I can't force music. You shouldn't force any art. Once you start forcing and compromising art, it shows.
Facts. To me, it's, once it's done, it's done. I was reading the book. There's actually a word on here that is supposed to be another word, and I'm thinking like, damn, but I'm thinking like, the book's out. It's already out. We just gonna work for the next one. So I think that's what Sammie does. He puts it out and he's just like, whatever I missed, I'm gonna just put it on that next one. Like, you can't really sit on what you messed up on. You really just gotta look at it and be like, all right, you know what? For that next one, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
And I ain't gonna lie, I've been in situations where shit I said, like I may have wanted to say it a certain way in a booth and it wasn't flowing right, so I had to change it. When I listen to it back, it takes on a new meaning. I never said anything that doesn't make sense. I don't just make up words and throw shit in there just to fill gaps. Like, I don't waste words. Right. So it's like, I appreciate that. I wind up looking back at it like, damn, that's kind of ill too. The other one was a double entendre. That might be a triple. Like, you know what I mean? Dumb shit like that. It's weird, man. It's weird. But like I say, everybody creates different. Everybody's artistry is different. Kanye retouched. He opened that All of the Lights file 1,000 times before we heard that fucking song. Right.
I know. And that song is beautiful. That song is beautiful.
Big Sean the same way. Big Sean will not stop touching the song until you take the file from him.
Yeah.
Like, he's the same way. And it's just like, some people, that's how they get their thing off. But for me, I'm more energy and emotion anyway. So, like, if it was done, it was probably meant. Yeah. I just gotta finish it so the people could get it. And I'm starting to think that some of these things is probably just being left open for features, but I don't want to leave them open. I want to figure it all the way out. So I beat myself up about that shit sometimes.
Yeah, but, cause it's like, we're making this stuff for the people to hear. I think that's another thing that I talk about inside of my book. Don't hold on to the good content and put it out. You know what I mean? Or finish it to put it out. Cause it's like, your fans want that. You're not making music for yourself. You're making music for other people. So give it to them.
This is a thing that I was trying to explain to a lot of artists, and I've heard Bean say it. I've heard a lot of other people say it in different ways, but like, your fan base wants to grow with you.
Yeah.
Waiting until everything is ideal and perfect is not really how it works. Your cult following is the people that be looking at the other motherfuckers like, y'all wasn't there when his shit was staticky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they them. Y'all wasn't there for the bad mixes and the weird ad libs. Like, like they take pride in that. They feel like they helped get you there. They feel like they was part of that journey. And I've heard Bean say it about Chris and Neef, like, yo, don't come into the game as bosses, because where do you go from there? And where's the journey? And y'all young enough for your audience to grow with you. So, like, I mean, that's just something that I always like to share with artists, and I know that that's something that you understand.
Yeah, I do.
So explain.
Because it's
yeah. Go ahead.
I basically say, like, I see it all the time. I love watching my videos from 3 years. I was just watching a video from 2018, and I shot videos, a little recap, and I'm watching like, damn, I could have did this, I could have did that, or I could have did this differently. I would have. But it's like, you know what? I made that for the people. I want people to go back and watch this video and then watch a video from 2021 and be like, damn, he amplified from this point to this point. Like, he used to be here, but now he's here.
You're not you without 2018 you.
That's right.
You had to start somewhere. Like, motherfuckers got to start. The earlier you start, the further you'll get quicker.
Yeah.
That's undeniable. Right. And I keep using this example. I had a couple on here, the Got Laundry couple, the husband and wife, if you saw that episode. And they said they started their company with $200.
It's possible.
You know what that means? That means that they say, yo, we're going to do it with what we have right now. Because if they had an extra $2,000, they'd have started with $2,000.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers started with 200. So what's your excuse?
Yeah.
Now, when you have limited resources, you have to do research and find the best way to utilize those limited resources so that they can bloom and you can benefit from them. But you ain't got to wait to start.
Right.
You just got to start. Because it don't matter how you start.
You don't meet that producer. You don't meet that manager. You don't meet that other artist if you're not in the mix. You have to put an oar in the water when everybody else is motherfucking on speedboats getting to where they going. What are you waiting on?
Right.
Yeah.
Attach yourself to somebody's shit, get you a little dinghy and follow suit. But you have to have something to offer. You have to have a horse in the race. You have to have a fight. A fighter in the ring. Like, you have to. And it's like one thing you said earlier, and I forget what made me think of it, but when it comes to production, when it comes to artists and finding that connection with producers, also for producers, vice versa. I don't know if you know who Black Key Beats is?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Black Key was running around with Ness for years. You know who else he produced after Ness?
Nah, who?
DMX.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
He did 2 of X's biggest albums. Ness producer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like don't be too bougie to find a horse to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Ride with somebody that y'all got that synergy with. When y'all get in the room, y'all make magic and y'all growing together. Man, make sure that motherfucker's taken care of.
Yeah.
Because when it all came down to the line and Black Key was doing X shit, I'm sure Ness wasn't asking for a percentage.
No.
He was in the...
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you won it because you helped me get here. So it's like, let me try to little handoff and assist. That'll help boost you up. And if anything, the more you get boosted up, the more I'm going to get boosted up. Because the more people that want to work with you, the more beats I need from you. So
and in this digital age, everything comes up.
Exactly.
Everything related comes up
as
an option. So when somebody hits on a playlist or hits on a certain topic or whatever have you, my shit might come on.
Yeah.
My shit might bump. They might get familiar with somebody new. I remember the first time I heard Nipsey, he was running around with what's the name in them? It was one of them was the Killer song with Drake and them, But he was running around with Dizza and Wiz and Currency and Big Crit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with
Crit.
YG.
Yeah. They was all on the same circuit, and I was hearing him on they joints. I'm smoking this shit, and I'm hearing Hustle. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, he's saying some shit. You know what I mean? And it just was like, that's we're at an age where that's all that goes on in streaming nowadays anyway.
Yeah.
Is that you get hip to somebody because you on somebody's playlist, you like somebody, you like a certain vibe, they throw that vibe in there, they throw who they fuck with in there. It all makes sense. Sometimes they make your playlist based on who said that this nigga was their favorite rapper.
Yeah.
I be like, why this nigga come on my Jay-Z playlist?
I discovered some dope niggas.
I did, yo. Pandora, look, I ain't gonna lie. Pandora and that little Spotify playlist, John. Yeah. And that's why I be telling people, like, you want to do features, you want to collab with other people, you want to get on these playlists, you want other people to discover you. Because it's so easy nowadays to get discovered. It's just you gotta find your way of getting discovered.
Now, when you're somebody that's not necessarily sought after, it's cool to feature your homies, but you should always try to feature up.
Of course, yes.
Try to feature up. If they have a number that you can meet, pay it. Because once you pay it, that's all they ask for. Now it's your shit. So you should always try to feature up. But you know, it's shit like that. But as a if you on top, you always gotta kind of feature down. You got a talent scout, the same person that you believe in. You need to do a record with, so that when they shit cycle, it keeps you relevant. And, you know,
most times it's somebody that they signed. You know what I mean? At that point,
or they trying to.
Or
they trying to.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many great things happen because somebody wanted to sign somebody, put them in a position, and then they went somewhere else. But it worked out. It still worked out for both parties.
Exactly.
So
we're saying that with the baby when he was introducing Stunner to everybody. Like, he was just doing features with him, and then now Stunner signed to $1 Billion Baby Entertainment, and he's told that stories a bunch of times. He said, "I literally paid the baby for a feature, and he signed it." That was it.
Yeah, but the baby said he seen a star in him, so he was like, "There's no way in the world he's gonna let him slide." Like,
and that's major because, like, what's the biggest thing you could have been attached to the last 3 years besides Meg or Cardi? The baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
Like, on some real shit. Like, it's just, or Lil Baby, but like it was one of those things where he put himself out there, but he bet on himself. He put his money up.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm gonna pay for this feature." And Boosie, and I'm gonna give y'all this, people that's listening. There's a time of year, every year, probably around Christmas, holidays, when Boosie does features for half off.
Facts. I was just about to say.
And this nigga Boosie number, his original number is not that high for features on some real shit. Like, Boosie might want 15. He'll be online like, "Yeah, I'm doing half off today. Just send me 6.5." This nigga fucks up his own math.
Boosie a hustler.
Right.
You might save a stack if you catch the right post.
On
top of like, and it's worth it. And he's discovered a lot of people. Him fucking with Mo3 and all the motherfuckers. Like, these is people that took advantage of this type of shit.
Yeah.
And it's not like just chase it, but if you got one of them records where you could benefit from it, timing is everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Timing is everything. And, you know, just as I'm talking to somebody that understands what I'm talking about, I figured I'd give out a couple extra jewels that we might be in part two.
Preaching to the choir.
Part 2 of the book that just dropped.
Facts. Definitely. Definitely. You know, I'm going to keep it on hush, but it's definitely being noted for sure. And just for everybody else, you know, we love to get this knowledge out to people. That's why I love doing your podcast, because I get to open up and literally tell gems to people. Like, anything that I might say I might not give to somebody else, I literally put on this platform because I love just our genuine just conversation. You know what I'm saying? I feel comfortable to be able to share this knowledge with you, your fan base, and everybody else listening.
I appreciate it because it's necessary, and you somebody that I trust in that light, that I know, like, no matter what he say, whether I knew it or not, I know how he came to it. He came to it through the work, which means that it's something to that, and we got to figure that part out. You know what I mean? On my side. So I appreciate that shit, man. I learn every time I talk to you, just watching you in life. I've seen you go through a lot. I knew you before. I knew you before that fancy sleeve that we keep seeing in the camera. You know what I'm saying? And I know what that means to you, and I seen you walk that off, and still be there for people, still bring your energy to the room the same way, And then you did some shit that I don't want to gloss over. I said it earlier, but to move from one side of the country to the other side of the country without an entire unit of motherfuckers with you, it's some boss shit to do, man. It's not easy to do. People can't do it for college. Yeah. And they got a community around them. You went out there for business with no guarantees.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm literally just banking on just my own knowledge.
That's gangster.
That's all you need.
That's gangster. Yeah. That's G shit. That's real nigga shit. All that shit they be talking about. That's what that is. Cause it, like I said, you gotta give ass to get ass. Like you ain't. There's no other way to do it. And you could have figured out a lot of routes. You could have figured out a lot of excuses, but you just jumped in the fucking pot.
Yeah.
And I respect you for that, man. I'm gonna salute you for that always, man.
Right.
For sure, man. And it's just, to me, it's the message behind it was to really just to inspire somebody else, just to show them, like, you know, you can leave where you're from and go to a completely different area where you know nobody and nobody knows you, and you can still make it doing what you do. You just got to be able to see it. You got to be able to see it in front of you. So and that's why I wanted to release the book on the West Coast, because it's like, look, I'm on a whole nother coast still doing things that I would have been doing if I was in Philly. If I was in Philly, I would have been writing this book. So it's just the fact of, I want y'all to know you can be anything you want to be. And that's literally on the first page. It says you could be anything you want to be. And I want you to know I truly believe that. Because I truly believe that. Anything you want to be in life, you can be if you put your mind to it and if you go after it.
Well, one thing I don't want to, because we're going to wrap soon, I don't want to skip over. I see you out there feeding the people.
Yes.
You touching the people.
Over 150 people.
Talking to the people. Explain that initiative and what that's about.
So for me, the Love Drive, the Cutty TV Love Drive, we do it every other couple of months. We try to feed up to 100 homeless people and more. I do this because Vegas has a very bad homeless problem. Absolutely. We probably have one of the biggest homeless problems in the country. Second to, you know, we be around Kensington, so we see the shit crazy.
Right.
Imagine Kensington all around them. It's everywhere in Las Vegas. It's not one place in Las Vegas that you will not run across somebody who was homeless. So my goal for that was to just, you know, everybody's just walking past these people. I'm like, you know, let's try to really make a change. The change is within us. If we don't do this, they're going to continue to be here. And I've talked to these people. They just say, people just walk past us like they don't even recognize us. Like they don't know us, just like we're nothing. Of course, not every homeless person needs a sympathy story because they put themselves there in some type of shape or form. But some people are looking to get out and are really trying and really need help. And that was the main purpose of the Love Drive, is just, let's try to help somebody. Let's just let this person know your life still matters. Whether you're homeless, whether you're rich, your life still matters. Even to me, someone who don't need to be paying attention to this. But I feel like this is where I come from. If I don't take care of these people, I don't even want to be rich, because there ain't no point in being rich if you're not giving back. So the Love Drive for me is just a bigger purpose thing. It's like, you know, let's reach into everything that we've earned this year and give it back to the people.
I love it, man. I love it.
That's crazy.
I appreciate it. I want to thank you for that. Because everybody kicks it, but at the end of the day, we are all people. We're all one people. We're human. No matter how fucked up some people's mindsets are or whatever, you taking care of our people.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? The same thing that I say when I talk to coaches and teachers, because they affect such a large population of our youth in one shot. And they are forced to go above and beyond. They have to drive these kids. They have to spend money out of their own pockets sometimes to feed or to have resources for these kids to even do what they came there to do. And we all, I think we all affect the future, but people that go out their way and make sure that that's part of their purpose, we have to thank them because they're helping our people.
Yeah.
They're helping our future. You're giving somebody hope. You're giving somebody knowledge. You're giving somebody a fucking ear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just read this billboard that said there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path.
Absolutely. Well, see, the thing is, knowledge is a burden. That's why people avoid learning shit and avoid books and shit. Ignorance is bliss because once you know, you're responsible.
Yeah.
That's a responsibility. And that responsibility, depending on how much you know, can grow into a mountain.
Yeah.
So motherfuckers just cut it off at the. I just don't want to know. I'm gonna act like I didn't know. I didn't see it. It never happened. It's like racism.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Like knowing is a burden. You have a responsibility once you know.
Yeah.
And part of what you're doing with your responsibility is you're sharing the knowledge. You're not waiting until you get the money or quote unquote the money to do things a different way. You're doing on your way up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Consistently, and that's something that I was raised that way. We had to get up every Martin Luther King Day and do something. And that was just one day out the year that was guaranteed to have the volunteer services. But I was raised to take care of our people, and I try to donate energy, promotion, resources, however I can when I see people doing that. Shout out to Boogie Rose. She got a hell of a program running in South Philly right now. It looks great out there every Saturday morning, what they giving to the community for free. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's like I try to participate always because we can't wait. I already I was born with more than somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till I get way more than the average person to help.
And that's how I felt. Yeah. I felt I got a car and I got a roof over my head. And I got money coming in to be able to pay to be able to pay these bills. I don't need no more. I'm not rich. I don't have all of this money. And I was like, I did this strictly off of people's donations and their own money inside of my pocket and my girl being able to cook. That was it. We didn't have no big budget. We didn't have a bunch of people. It was me, my girl. The first time it was me, my girl, her mom, and her brother. The second time it was me, my girl, some lady who runs a nonprofit, which she runs for kids. And then it was another woman out there. So it's like, it's not like you need a lot. You just need a vision and people are going to see it.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Man, that's a quote, man.
I think
it's not
important.
that you need a lot. You just need a vision.
Yeah, that's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a
I love
t-shirt.
that.
Go ahead and make you a t-shirt. But one thing we got to figure out a nickname for you and your lady because y'all a power couple. We got to get y'all we got to get y'all a Kimye or something. Well, not that one because that one ain't work out. We got to get y'all a nickname because y'all doing major things, man. I want you to tell people if they want to get involved, whether it's somebody out there that could be on the ground with you or somebody that wants to donate or somebody that wants to maybe piggyback off of what you did and get some knowledge from you. Let people know how they can figure that out with you.
For sure. So you can just go to my website, go to theofficialcutty.com. I got my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on there right on the top. And you just press the button and it'll take you directly to my profile. You can DM me. You can contact me. If you would like to donate to the It's On Me campaign, definitely contact me. My goal is to give 1 million books out to 1 million kids.
And you will.
I think that we are the change. If we do not put the force of being the change onto people, they will not make it a priority. So I will make a priority with this book to put it in the hands of 1 million kids for free.
Say that, man. Say that. And I'm with you on that. Like I said, we're going to donate 5 off the rip. I'm going to get me a couple for my side, but we gonna give Vegas a nickel from the giddy up.
For sure.
But I just want you to know that no matter how far you go, I'm here, nigga. I got you.
For sure.
I got you. I always, ever since I met you, you showed me love. You put me on your platforms. You shout me out when I walk in the motherfucking room. Mm-hmm. No matter what room it is, you find time to dip off and holler at me. And I know what that means. I've been in those positions that you in. So I know that that's not something that people think is easier than it is. People think that it's
definitely hard. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where no, you make time and you make energy for what you need to, no matter what's going on, and you one of those kind of people. So I appreciate you forever, and you got me, my nigga. I'm here, man. And I'll be in Vegas soon. You the plug. So I'm
call me.
We gonna slide up on you.
I'm gonna book a room and a flight,
on you.
And the rest is on you.
I'm waiting for you. That's it. That's all you got to do is come out here. Once you get out here, you lit. That's all you got to do.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Make sure y'all get with Cutty one more time. Give him the website.
theofficialcutty.com. And before I leave, I just want to give a major shout out to you, Sammie. You are my favorite podcast person out in Philadelphia. I watch all of your episodes every time you send it to me. The 100th episode is probably my favorite. It's a lot of things in there I'm not going to tell y'all. Y'all got to have to watch the episode. But I just appreciate you always come. You take my ventures and you embrace them as yours. And I just appreciate that because the support from my people is what's going to make my dreams come true. So you just helped me along the way by helping me spread my story, helping me be able to impact others, and now being able to help me get these books to these kids is just really making my dreams happen.
No, man. I appreciate that you appreciate it, but you make it easy, bro. You doing things that make sense. I don't mind backing plays and shit that makes sense ever. You my people. Like I said, if we all people, you know you my people. So whatever you interested in, I'm interested in. But when you making shit happen, all I can do is play my little part to let you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and stay boosted, stay lifted, stay prayed up, and stay close to your wife.
For sure.
Because y'all do amazing things together, and I can't wait to see because you don't even know what's next. You know what you're planning on, but your life don't even work like that.
No, it don't. Honestly, it does not.
You see what I'm saying? But you always have a plan, which is important.
That's right.
But I definitely want to salute you back, man, always. And like I said, man, I appreciate that everything that you said. That's what I try to accomplish. That's what I'm trying to give. So if that's what you received, then I'm doing something right.
That's right, you are, man. You're doing it. Even I don't know if you see it or anybody tells you. I just want to tell you every time I talk to you, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you, bro. Maul, you gonna sign out? Any last things?
No, man. I'm just appreciating what you're doing because I could tell that you focus on the youth, man. And you know, that's real. You know what I mean? Dear to me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate guys like you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And like I said, we're gonna slide out on you when you get to Vegas. And you know what I mean? We'll link up. You know what I mean? Keep doing you, brother.
Absolutely.
I just asked that y'all bring y'all inhalers. I don't need no baby lungs. That's it.
Yeah,
he talking.
That's how.
Yo!
That's how I know
I
we
got
met.
some new things
That's
for
how I
y'all,
know
baby.
we met, but we clearly don't know each other too well.
Who is he talking to?
Remember you said that.
No, man, I'm out there. I ain't gonna talk too heavy because then niggas gonna have me on the live
Right.
like, look at this nigga.
Exactly, I'm gonna have you.
No, but it's all good, man. This has been another episode of Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together. And make sure you holler at Cutty, man. Support the movement. Support Mac Marlin, whatever he do. You need plumbing, roof, and all that cool shit, man. Let's figure it out.
Figure it out.
Back, Jersey.
Fly shit only, man.
Let's go.
Yeah. I swear. Got way too many options. Can't get time from me if you throw off my process. No comp, no contest. Fly guy versus a hot mess. So you can try till you die. Still a lame nigga in the casket. Shit flame to my last breath. Already told you no missing. I'm out here handling business. I'm out here slamming your misses. Have it back for you miss it. I jump back when you kiss it. That's your boo, you a mister. I appreciate her insistence.
I get fried off pounds of haste. So far gone, I'm miles away. Money long is mine to waste. You want smoke, got time today. You want smoke, got time today. You want smoke, got time today. I get fried off pounds of haste. So far gone, I'm miles away. Money long is mine to waste. You want smoke, got time today. You want smoke, got time today. You want smoke, got time today.
Know when I'm floating, I'm smoking. When I'm smoking, I'm smoking. don't want to come, I already made it. Hold on, I already made it. Oh shit, we already made it. We leveled up, it's a celebration. We leveled up, it's a celebration.
I get fried off pounds of haze. So far gone, I'm miles away. Money long is mine to waste. You want smoke, got time today. You want smoke, got time today.